Which kombucha is best for you? This is a question I had to ask Victoria because there are so many incredible flavors with their Happy Belly Kombucha line. Stay tuned for this episode where she is going to be explaining which ones your body needs for certain things and health goals. Stay tuned on Barter and Business. Welcome to Barter and Business, where we explore the art of bartering and interview top traders. Inspired by my dad's business, I created a swapping app and have now partnered with BarterPay. Now a franchise owner and barter coach, I balance family life with my passion for trading. Join me for insights and expert interviews. Welcome back to another episode of Barter and Business. I once again get to sit down with Victoria from Happy Belly Kombucha. If you didn't watch the last episode, we were discussing how different their kombucha is and the effort and the energy that they put into creating such an incredible product. And this week we're going to be talking about how to choose which one. They've been in business for 10 years. They have, I don't even know how many flavors. All of them are so delicious. So how do you choose which one is right for your body? And she's going to be talking about that today. So if you would like to jump into that, thank you for being here again, Victoria. It's so good to have you.
Thank you for having me again, Tirzah. I love being here and giving me the platform to share our passion and our love out into the world. Thank you. Yeah, so yes, we do have a lot of flavors. It started with 3 of our OGs, and that's our strawberry, our mint, and our purple ginger. And then over time, we developed another one, and then another one. 10 years later, we have 9 classic flavors, and then we have a whole line of clean energy kombucha. That one comes with 3 different flavors, and then we have different flavors for our seasonal. So sometimes, depending on the season, we might have 1 seasonal, and we might have 2 seasonals based on the seasons.
Yeah, okay, amazing. So do you want to just start with, how do people choose? Because I know they have a lot of different health benefits for the different flavors, and you put a lot of intention into that. So they're all good. How do I pick which one I want for certain health goals, I guess?
Yeah, thank you for asking that. First of all, I would suggest that people stay well hydrated so that we can trust our body's intelligence. So at Happy Belly, so you can find Happy Belly from grocery stores like Sobe, Safeways, IGAs, Community Natural Foods, and Amaranth, and other local independents and restaurants, and also at Happy Belly Tap Room. But we love it when people buy a case of assorted from us and then stock it in your fridge, because when you open up the fridge, you can see, your eyeballs can see the different varieties, and you can just be grounded and let your body choose. Usually that is the one that your body wants. Instead of using your head, your body will tell you, okay? But for example, if your body needs to have some grounding energy, it will choose either the purple ginger, for example, or the ginger turmeric, because those 2 are from root of a plant. One is turmeric. Well, the turmeric also have some ginger to uplift the flavor, because turmeric itself is kind of earthy, right? So we add some ginger to it, but regardless, it's very grounding energy. And purple ginger is designed for immune support, but because of the energetic of the root itself, of the part of the plant, it's very grounding. And for example, we have another one that is Hascat berry. So Hascat berry is really good for the heart. Again, people can Google, find out, learn more in PubMed. There has been more and more research on studies on Hascat berry itself, and it's very supportive for cardiovascular health. And it's grown right here in Alberta, northern BC, northern Ontario. So it's, people say, eating local. I have yet to meet an Albertan that doesn't like this or doesn't love this flavor.
Yeah, okay, amazing. I've literally never even heard of that berry, so that's really cool. That's new to me.
Yeah, right? And then this one that I am drinking right now is part of our stress support line. We have 2 in our lineup that's stress support. So one is pineapple hops, and another one is grapefruit hops. Those two have hops in them. A lot of people think of hops and they think beer and they think gluten. No, 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 no. Hops is the flower part of a vine plant, and it has so nothing to do with gluten.
Yeah. Okay.
So hops has been used in herbology for thousands of years to support stress, to support our adrenal gland. That's why we add it into our pineapple hops and our grapefruit hops. And those two make up our stress support line.
That is so fascinating because that's what I love the most, and that makes sense. I didn't realize that.
So
was
do
what
you
those
feel
are
a little
for.
bit of stress these days?
Yeah, it's just a little bit. Life's busy, and my favorite is pineapple and grapefruit and mango. I'm like, that makes sense now.
Yeah, so for the pineapple, we actually, all of our ingredients come from the whole food itself by the cases. I personally hand fillet the pineapple itself. And then same with the grapefruit. I personally hand fillet it. I learned it from Martha Stewart from TV. I don't know her personally, but I call it the Martha Stewart style because that's where I learned how to fillet out the white part of grapefruit. That's how my kids know that that's how grapefruit is served at home so that we don't get the bitter into the kombucha.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. There's so much thought and love that goes into these products, and I think that's why they're so popular. Like every single person that I have let taste these, like started like I did, where okay, kombucha is good for you. I kind of like it, and they're like, I am shocked. This is so good. So all of the love and care that you put into these products really shows, and people love it. So what else can you tell us? Let's see. Which one have we not talked about yet?
Can I put in one thing that a lot of people don't know about kombucha?
Please.
Yeah, one of kombucha's claim to fame is that the property of kombucha is hydrophilic instead of hydrophobic. So which means it's only one of the few beverages liquid that I know of that we should even be having around our food, around our meal, because it pulls liquid towards it, which means it pulls our digestive enzyme towards it instead of diluting our digestive enzyme when we have food in our stomach at the same time.
That is mind-blowing. Because
Right?
I've wondered that so many times. I often have it with food, and I love it, but I was like, I wonder if, as with water, you shouldn't really drink with your food. That is fascinating.
Yeah, and people also think kombucha, they think probiotic.
Yeah.
Sure, that's like a few steps down the line for kombucha's claim to fame. The second kombucha's claim to fame is it detoxes our liver, and is also one of those few things, whole foods in the world that I know of that cross blood-brain barrier to neutralize heavy metal so that our body can eliminate heavy metals out of our brain.
And you can get all this with something that tastes as delicious as a Coke, which is crazy.
Right? That is not true for all kombucha. It is true for Happy Belly because I know how it's done. And for people who want home brewers who want to also get the same good quality properties out of their kombucha, you would need to brew past the 30 days mark. So brew past 1 moon cycle, because we belong to Kombucha Brewers International, our professional brewing association, that we get to learn about the science and continue learning, funding for research so that we get to learn more and understand more about these microbes, right? So what we learn is when we brew past 30 days mark, at 26, 27, 28 days mark, depending on the environment, the microbes produce the last set of acid, which is called glucuronic acid. That is kombucha's claim to fame. That is the one that detoxes our liver, our blood, and can cross blood-brain barrier that neutralizes heavy metal. I don't know about you, but I remember distinctively when I was a kid, maybe when I was 7 or 9 years old, somehow I dropped the old school thermometer and broke the mercury, and I saw it swirl in the sink, and I don't know what I was thinking. I touched it and it disappeared into my finger.
Oh my goodness.
So I know, afterwards I learned about what that was. I learned that it's mercury that once it gets in your system, it gets in your brain and it doesn't come out. Maybe that's why I have Happy Belly.
Yeah.
Chug a lot of kombucha. Maybe slowly I'm getting them out.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah. And just with our environment and everything that we're, we need every support that we can get to just be healthier. So that's incredible. Well, thank you so much for explaining all of that. The more I talk to you, the more I fall in love with you and your products. So thank you for being here. If people want to buy your products, where can they reach you?
Definitely from grocery stores. And also we just flip over to our new website that has subscription features. We are waiving subscription, and also it comes in a case of 24 of variety, so that you can listen to your gut and let your gut tells you, because our gut microbiome changes all the time, depending on our stress level, depending on where the moon is, depending on where Mars is. This is all science-based, not woo-woo. Definitely look it up. But listen to your gut, so that your gut, your second brain, can tell you what it needs. So yeah, definitely try the subscription and for 1 month and see what your body say.
All right, join us on the next episode where we're going to be talking about Victoria's experience with bartering, with her kombucha, and all the things barter. So join us then. Thanks for tuning in to Barter in Business. I hope my journey and tips inspire your own trading adventures. Stay passionate and keep swapping. See you next time.